how to build big in Minecraft like this. The first thing you need to do if you're going to be building something large like this is a lot of planning. Regardless of the size of the build, really, I like to go in creative and start planning my build. However, this works really well for larger builds, and even if it's a little bit larger, you don't have to build the entire thing. Simply just get started and make sure that you have an outline so you can follow it. As you can see, I didn't build my entire roof, I just built enough to get started. However, other times, I think it's necessary to build the entire thing and play with the block palettes. As you can see here, we've been playing with a few different blocks and seeing what works. And being in creative mode helps a lot with that. Being able to pick and choose from any block allows you to really build with all of your creativity. Then once you have something to go off of in creative, simply go around and list out all of the different items and blocks that you use to make your build. Make an accurate guess of how much you use, and then go ahead and go into your base and then go ahead and search your entire storage area for all the items that you're going to need. And whatever you don't have in your storage, you're going to need to go hunting and gathering for. And then once you think you have everything gathered, it's time to build. As you can see, you saw these builds in creative earlier, and this is on the KrustyCraft server where we play in survival. And then I took pictures of each part of my build and made sure that I knew all the measurements. For instance, I took a picture of this section so I knew how many blocks were going to go over there, and I took another picture of this section so I know how many blocks were going to go in there. But as for building something on this scale, like our spawn build here on KrustyCraft, we had over 20 members on the realm help us build this. But in the end, we still used the same method. We built this in creative first, then we made a material list, then we went ahead and gathered everything. We took pictures and made step-by-step tutorials so we could follow it section by section. Then we came onto the server, laid the entire thing out, and started building it section by section. And just remember that even big builds are just a bunch of small builds all put together making one big build. And then when you're finally finished with your build, it's always a good idea to try to outline it with a nice surrounding. And just remember, there's no limit to how big you can go. You can build as big as you want to. However, it's all the same process. You're going to be doing a lot of planning and a lot of resource gathering and a lot of building. And no matter how big it is, you're still going to be taking little bites and little chunks out of your project every single time you build. As you can see, the size of this base is absolutely humongous, and they're still taking little bites at a time out of it. And that's the entire secret to building something amazing. So if you want to build something amazing, then remember to click the link below to learn.